one of the mandates that we have is to support startups in healthcare and biotechnology. So this was 2 years ago. Since then, we created a kind of attractive facility in CCMB, and then this was kind of we know what is required because I was a scientist for 2.5 decades, so I know what a startup in life sciences look for. So keeping that in mind, we created a facility with a very open labs and then common equipment and stuff like that. So it seems to have attracted people. So though we are supposed to keep something like we reach a number of 10 in the first 2 years, we already reached a number of 20 within in our incubators. So all these incubators are the founders of these incubators are they are into deep science. It's not something like cut and paste kind of a technology that you borrow from somewhere, try to introduce it in the country. That is, of course, we have a couple of them like that, but most of them are they come up with their own ideas.
You must have pretty much start everything from the start.
Everything from the start, and then it requires a bit more longer incubation time for them to go to the next stage.
So that comes to my question. Next question. So as you rightly said, in anything which is related to research has a long incubation period. So is there a timeline that you give them, or is it they're free to stay put as long as they can reach their goal?
We look at both the things. One is when they come to us and tell us about their story, we know at what stage they are, what is the technology readiness level, how much time do they require to go to the next stage before. Usually what we do is we take people who have a lead that is established, but they want to go to the proof of concept or minimum viable product or something like that. What we do is, I know any of these things will take more than 2 years, but just to kind of put a kind of a thumb on their progress, we'll do 1 + 1 + 1. So we always try to evaluate their progress, benchmark their achievements by end of the 1 year, and use that to extend their stay with us. But definitely in my heart, I know it takes more than 2 years for anybody to go to the next level of, so that they are ready to put it out so that the other investors will come. Till that point of time, they'll have to be with us. So I really don't push them out, but we make them, self-assess their progress and look at their own business plans and things like that, almost on 6 monthly basis.
When it comes to, so you're providing the infrastructure. Yeah. What about funding? Because research also requires a lot of fund. Is there a provision for that?
Right now, no. But we had, 3 approvals have come, but I'm sure they'll come, the money will come in another few months. But it so happens all the 20 companies that we have are self-funded. And some of them have actually got grants from BIRAC and other like, Pfizer, IIT, and some of them have venture capital things out because they were there elsewhere for some period and then came to us. By then they have almost 1 year of head start. So they also got some funding later on. Actually, our founders are pretty much funded in a way, 70% of them.
You connecting them with potential investors / funders also is there, part of the...
Yes. First thing is, because most of these are all, early stage guys, most of the funding, if they are looking for outside, comes from government, because either banks, other institutions are not ready to fund them. So we prepare their applications better for these, government grants. So that way that's one reason why they're successful, I guess. Right now, for example, very recently, less than a month ago, one of our incubators got a National Biopharma Mission grant, which is a big money. It's almost $1 million grant.
That's commendable.
That's really, really big from government.
From government. That's really commendable.
Yeah.
Many congratulations.
Yeah, it is. It is. Congratulations goes to him because he's so passionate. And then, that also gave him raise another 1 million from other financial institutions. So he's doing pretty good.
So do you also support them in business modeling? Because at some stage, they would start thinking as a business, apart from research, the business side of it, meaning, how do they structure their company? How do they, give away equity if the investors coming in? Is that kind of support there?
What we do is we make them ask themselves a lot of questions. Probably we say, did you do this? Do you know what will happen? these kind of questions we keep on, almost every second monthly basis. We ask them to sit with a finance consultant, so that person, because I'm not a finance person, so they ask them questions that are uncomfortable. Basically, uncomfortable questions are more important, not comfortable ones. So they tell them, you're going to run out of your money after 6 months. Where are you? How are you going to run it? Or if you are giving equity, are you doing it, diluting it very early in your life, or do you want to wait for one more year? What is the right strategy? Even sometimes they come and ask the consultant, that the mentors, should I be diluting now or should I wait for some more time? All these decisions we can't provide those that expertise, so we bring in outsiders to do that. So we have on board retainer consultants, which kind of visit almost a monthly basis, both on freedom to operate and also financial matters. That's how we